representatives from industry who are also present here, our hardworking organizers, our dear students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I deem it a singular privilege to be accorded this opportunity to address you on this August occasion, and that is Uenr Career Fair 2026. That is organized for you, dear students, who are marking time to enter the Ghanaian workforce very soon. I am particularly enthused for the privilege of speaking on the theme working in academia, and that is because that has been the focus of my work for several years that I have been working at the University of Energy and Natural Resources. The choice of this theme for this occasion is apt and timely, and that is because people who graduate in our days today continue to face challenges when it comes to placement in various occupations. That has been and continues to be the challenge, even though it is not impossible to secure jobs. We know some of you students would like to work in academia at the end of your academic programs. And so I want to use this opportunity to give you a briefing of what pertains in the university system. That is, when you come to the University of Energy and Natural Resources and you want to work in this academia after your graduation, what should you expect? Well, in the university, we have three categories of staff or workers. And these three categories I'm talking about are dependent on their qualifications. So we have junior staff, we have senior staff, and then we have senior members. Now, those we put under the junior staff category are those whose qualifications are SSC, WASI, BEC, City and Guilds. Then those we classify as senior staff in the working group within the university are those who have either diploma or degree. Then those who are classified as senior members, as workers in the university, are those who hold either master's degree or Doctor of Philosophy, PhD. And so after your graduation, if you want to join the university workforce, then you know where you belong. If you are holding a diploma or degree, it means you apply as a senior staff to be in the university. And so I want to focus on job opportunities available in the university for your category. That is, if you are a diploma or degree holder, what are some of the areas that you can apply to? But then, as I talk about this, I want you to keep in mind that you being able to apply and being called for interview is always dependent on the availability of financial clearance. But then still, sometimes you may not know when this will be available. And so it's good to know the areas you can apply to, and then you keep that in mind. As and when you had opportunity, then you can put in that application. So we have those who are appointed to assist teaching staff, that is lecturers in the university. And some of the areas you can apply to can be senior technician, senior laboratory technician, senior research assistant. These are people who are mostly appointed to assist teaching staff or lecturers in the faculty. They may serve as lab technicians in the various labs. And by saying labs, what I mean is it can be biology lab, medical lab, computer lab, that is in relation to your area. Some are also made to assist with research as they are appointed as senior research assistants in the university. And so, depending on your area of study, you can apply for any of these. Some also are senior library assistant. That is, if you have the interest to work at the university library. So these are areas that some can apply to assist teaching staff. We also have senior teachers who are mostly appointed to teach at the university basic school. Sometimes for those who offer mathematics or some other areas in the sciences, they may need a mathematics teacher or a science teacher which we can apply. But then, apart from those who are appointed to assist lecturers, we also have other senior staff appointed to assist with administrative work. We know some of you are offering such programs as hospitality management and entrepreneurship, and then also some arts-related programs. Such ones may be interested in applying for some administrative positions. Some may also be professionals in some areas, and so they are also categorized under those assisting with administrative work. For such ones, these are some of the areas you can apply to. Senior administrative assistant. That means you hold a first degree. If you are coming with a diploma, you are administrative assistant. But with a degree, you come as senior administrative assistant. The differences in this, have to do with the qualification and also the salary. Apart from these senior administrative assistants, who basically do office work, serving as secretaries, filing, and doing other administrative work in the offices. We also have others in the non-teaching sector who apply to be in the professional areas. And so we have some who apply as senior accounting assistant. As the name indicates, it means that you should have an accounting background. We have senior auditing assistants, meaning that they are assisting with audit. Senior procurement assistant. If your program has a bearing on procurement, then we also have senior nursing assistant. That is, if your area is in the domain of nursing. So these are some of the areas for non-teaching that you can apply within the university setting. If you have the qualification of a diploma or a first degree. Now, for someone who works in the university setting, you have the prospect of furthering your education. That is, per the university rules, after 3 years of work as a permanent staff, you qualify to apply for further studies. This can be going to do your master's, or if you have master's, going to do your PhD, depending on the area where you work. Then again, For those who may rise to become senior members, I indicated earlier that for such ones, they should have a minimum of masters or a PhD. And so in the senior member category, some are appointed as assistant lecturers. Such ones should be holders of master's degree and must have been enrolled on a PhD to qualify for appointment as assistant lecturers. Or others are appointed as lecturers. To be appointed straight away as a lecturer means the person holds a PhD. Then again, we have assistant research fellow, equivalent to assistant lecturer. Their focus is on research. Or a research fellow who should be a holder of a PhD. Then when we come to the senior member category, the non-teaching side, a person who holds a master's, let's say in hospitality or in entrepreneurship or in any managerial or management-related area can also be appointed as a senior member in the non-teaching sector as junior assistant registrar or assistant registrar, as accountant, as auditor, as systems programmer. You know, for those of you offering information technology and computer science, in the senior staff category, you come in as senior ICT assistant. In the senior member category, that is if you hold masters, then you come in as systems programmer. And so those opportunities are also there. We have quantity surveyors, structural engineers as well. And so these are some of the areas available in the senior member section. Now, how will you be able to enhance your chance of employment in academia? I want to outline some few steps or tips that can help a person who really wants to work in the academia, probably starting with your first degree as a senior staff. The first thing I'll mention is that when you have the opportunity to do your national service, then you must choose to do your national service in the university. That enhances your chance of staying there. We are saying so because whenever there is financial clearance to recruit, we mostly prefer people whose capabilities are known to us. And so if you have served there as a national service person and you have demonstrated that you are hardworking, we will by no means leave you and invite someone externally for interview. And that's why we are saying that it will enhance your chance. There are some that after the national service period has ended and there's yet no financial clearance to recruit, some offer to apply for voluntary service. As the name indicates, it is voluntary, and so you are not paid anything. But the advantage you may have is that if you prove to be hardworking and there's an opportunity, then you can grab that opportunity. So after your national service has ended, some opt to do that, voluntary service, while still searching for a job. And in some cases, the opportunity may come so that they can be interviewed and then be employed. Sometimes, when we have still not received financial clearance, and yet we need people to work, the university offers contract appointment to some of these national service persons or voluntary service persons who have proved to be hardworking. And so that is another thing that we can benefit from. Let me state this, that there may be instances where the available job may be lower than your degree. But you may need some money to survive. In that case, what will you do? Will you go for it? Or stay away and starve? So the point here is that you may sometimes have a job opening, and the criteria will be that this is for a junior staff, someone with SSE or WASI or something. But you are a degree holder and you need job badly. What will you do? We will encourage you to grab it. Some have done that before, holding a degree, and yet accepted a job that belonged to the junior staff, that is an SSE or WASI degree holder. But eventually, there was an opportunity for him to upgrade, that is, to get a higher job at the senior staff level. And some have even gone ahead, starting from the junior staff, to become a senior member. And so the point here is that sometimes these opportunities will come. And once you are in dire need, don't be too proud with your certificate that it is below you. No. Survival is very essential at such moment. And so you grab it. As I mentioned earlier, whilst working in the university, maybe as a senior staff, as a senior research assistant, as a senior ICT assistant, or something related to that, you should also use the opportunity to further your education. That is one advantage that you have working in academia. Some people go to industry, let's say especially in the banks. They have the edge to further the education, but they don't have the time. And so they can be there for so many years and they are unable to further the education. But for those who choose to work in academia, you have that opportunity to further. As I mentioned earlier, after 3 years of work, you qualify to go for further studies. Either you want to do your master's or for a higher degree. Then again, whenever there are job openings and you are applying for such job, we encourage you to always attach your curriculum vitae to your application letter. And the CV that you attach should be a detailed one. Sometimes some people apply for job and you see that there's scanty information about what they can do. Meanwhile, at the interview, you get to know that there's a lot that they know how to do. But all these are not captured on their curriculum vitae. It is important that you give a detailed CV whenever you are applying for any job opening. Using your curriculum vitae is more preferred to giving us a resume. What is the difference? The curriculum vitae gives a full history about your academic achievement and work history. But mostly, resume presents a concise picture of your skills and abilities and are mostly for specific positions that are advertised. But we will encourage you to always go for the CV that gives detailed history about your academic achievement as well as your work experience. Sometimes you may see an advert in one institution calling for 2 or 3 different positions. And what some usually do is that they will write application for employment. And then in the content, they will say that any position you give me. For those of us in HR, when your application is not specific, especially when jobs have been advertised, you may put it aside. Why? Because there are so many of these applications we are receiving that are specific. Accounting assistant, ICT assistant, or administrative assistant. And so we sort them according to what the person has applied for. If yours is open and you do not know where to place it, it may be put aside. And so where adverts have been issued and you are applying for a job, we encourage you to be specific. If there are 2 jobs that you think you can do any of them, put in separate applications for each of them. So you apply for senior accounting assistant, attach a CV to it, and then maybe senior administrative assistant, you attach a CV to it. Don't think that any of them will be giving you when you make an open application without specifying the area that you want to work. Again, whenever you are called on, after you put in an application to come for an interview, we encourage you to prepare for the interview. Do not underestimate any interview to be a simple one, just because it is in your field of study, and so you know. You must always prepare for interviews whenever you are called upon to attend one. How do you prepare? Let's look at some few tips that will guide you when preparing for an interview. The first thing is that try to get some basic information about the institution or organization that is inviting you for the interview. What is their vision? What is their mission? When was it established? Who is the head of the institution? Who are the principal officers of that institution? You need to get some of these basic information. Why? Because very likely, for most interviews, they will want to test your knowledge about the institution that you want to work with. And so you need to try and read. You can go online and read more about that organization before the day of the interview. Let me share this with you. When Uenr was established in 2012, I put in an application for employment in the registrar's office. I was called one Tuesday evening around 8 p.m. when I was in Sunyane that I should come to Accra for interview Thursday morning. So I had only one day interval. I didn't know anything about this new university. So I went online. I began reading more about it. And I got to know the Vice Chancellor and the act establishing the university, when the university started operation, and the names of some principal officers. Lo and behold, when I went for the interview, my first question was, who is the Vice Chancellor of University of Energy and Natural Resources? And because I had read, I mentioned the name, Professor Mrs. Isiewa. I didn't know her, but she was right there at the interview. And so the point is, you should have some knowledge about the organization. That's the first point. Then also, rehearse how you are going to do your presentation at the interview. And then think about some soft skills that you'll be able to mention that you have apart from your certificate. What I mean is, you can do a mock interview. Imagine some questions they can ask you. Ask yourself, or let someone ask you. Be more composed and answer them as if you are in the interview room. And then when I mention soft skills, it is not just your chemistry certificate or the ICT certificate that you have. No. You need to get to know, especially in these days, how you can use the computer. In most cases, Microsoft Suite, the various applications, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, these are some basic ones you should have. In some interviews, in fact, in the university, in most cases, when you have indicated on your CV that you are very proficient in the use of Microsoft Word, you will put a computer there showing on the screen. We will ask you to justify a document, to indicate a superscript, and then to do other things to show that, yes, it is not just something on your certificate or on your CV, but you can actually do it. And these are the soft skills that we are talking about. You need to learn them in addition to the certificate you have acquired. Then also at the interview, your personal appearance matters. I've seen some of you wearing some bathroom sandals to this occasion. If this were an interview room, you would have failed from the very time you entered. Why? Because you should dress professionally. Your appearance should be formal. As I said, don't underrate any interview. And so dress formally to attend the interview. In most cases, marks are awarded for the applicant's appearance. Then, you need to be abreast with some current affairs. In many instances, they want to find out whether your focus is only learning book or you are aware of the environment in which you live. And so they may ask you, can you tell us something that is current in Ghana? Something going on the international scene? Are you aware of the incidents between the US and Iran? If you are asked some of these questions, which are current affairs, you should be able to answer them. And so before you go for the interview, please listen to the news or read newspapers to know things happening within your environment and on the international scene before you go. Your level of confidence will also be tested. Sometimes the position you may apply for, especially if you have done hospitality management, and the university intends to appoint you to sit at a reception, let's say the reception of the administration block. Do you have the confidence to speak with guests who may come? The regional minister may want to come and see the vice chancellor. Some ministers may want to come and see the vice chancellor. Will you have the confidence to talk to them and direct them? And so at the interview, your level of confidence will also be tested. And so when you do your rehearsals, do it in such a way that you have the confidence to speak whenever you appear before the panel. It is true that nervousness may come whenever you attend an interview, but try to gain your composure once you get there and then you get settled. There have been instances that some people have been denied their appointment because they were very nervous, extremely nervous. And so the panel doubted whether when they meet people who are from, some high officials, whether they'll be able to communicate with them normally. And so the level of your confidence is also essential. Then also your expression. Try to be fluent and coherent. Fluency and coherence is very important. Sometimes your fluency doesn't mean you know better. But for some assessors, once you are fluent, we are able to deceive them For them to think that you know more than necessary. And that's why you are able to speak so fluently about the questions being asked. So in actual sense, you may not be better than your other competitors. But because of how fluent you are, you may influence the assessment of some of the panel on the interview. And so try to be your best on that day. Try to be very fluent as much as you can and be on point. Your ability to be at the interview on time is also very critical. Today's program was supposed to start around 9 o'clock. But when we started and I checked my time, it was 11 o'clock. 2 hours late. Why? Because you, our dear students, were late. We do not want you to do that in the business world. No. Make sure whenever there's an appointment, you are able to be there just on time so that you'll be able to, create a good impression of yourself. That when you are employed, you will not be coming to work late. Some institutions are very particular about your timeliness. And so try to be on time whenever you have the opportunity to attend an interview. Sometimes you go for interview. Those who go before you can either encourage you or discourage you. So the point here is you can take cues from those who go before you, but don't allow them to discourage you. What do I mean by cues? Some of them may be so friendly. As soon as they come out from the interview room, they will mention to you current affairs. It means they are giving you information that there are questions on current affairs. Or they will mention some topics that they will ask some questions about. Quickly, you can go through your mind and then see how best you can answer those questions if you are asked. But some of them too may have had a bad time when they entered the interview room. And because it didn't go down well with them, they may want to discourage you by their facial outlook or by what they will tell you. I had this experience. The interview I spoke to you about, which I attended in Accra before coming to Uenr. The first person who went, when he came, he said, "Oh, it's an easy one. You all say true." The second person came, she was laughing, smiling. It means it was positive. The third one was indifferent, not smiling, and the face was straight. So I began wondering, what is happening? But the one who went before I did was the worst of all. As soon as he came out, he started insulting. After all, if you will not take me, what? Why should you be asking me these stupid questions? So I asked him, "My friend, what is happening?" He didn't mind me. He took his things and left. So I was wondering, is it positive or is it going to be difficult? And just when I was contemplating what it would be like, my name was mentioned that I should come. So I said to myself, after all, the first two people were very positive. And so I want to think that it will be positive. Indeed, for those of us who went on that day, when we came, we saw everyone except the one who was insulting when he came out of the room. He was the only one who couldn't make it after the interview. And so if I had allowed him, his countenance, his insults and demeanor to influence me, I may have been shivering at the time I entered the interview room. And that's what we are saying why we are saying that don't allow them to influence you negatively. Then be very familiar with whatever you write on your curriculum vitae. all the things that you state on your CV, make sure that they reflect your true abilities. Why? Because you will be asked questions based on what is on your CV. And so when you are going, make sure you take a copy of your CV along for the interview. And then go along with the originals of your certificate. Every certificate that you have indicated on your CV, you make photocopies, but then you take the original along. They will want to examine the original to see whether it is genuine. But make sure to take your original certificate back after the interview. They may only take the photocopies, but they will examine the original certificates. So after the interview, you take your original certificates back and you leave the photocopies. Now, when the interview is done, the chairman will tell you that you are discharged. All you need to do is that you thank them very much for the opportunity given you, and then you bow out. Bow out of the room. That is, you leave the interview room. Don't go and be asking some controversial questions that may, diminish the chances that you have to be recruited. And so just try to be simple, and once you are discharged, you turn them and then you go out. In fact, these are some few tips that I think will be helpful whenever you are preparing for an interview. As I said earlier, the university or in academia, there are chances. If you want to work in academia, you may have the goal of wanting to become a lecturer in future. But for now, you may start as a research assistant or senior technician or senior lab technician or senior ICT assistant. And then in time, you can apply to do your master's and then your PhD. That is if you want to stay in academia. We also have the administrative side. With your hospitality or entrepreneurship, you may want to come as a senior administrative assistant. And then in time, you apply to do your master's, and then you can rise to become a senior member as a junior assistant registrar, senior assistant registrar, or deputy registrar. Or for those professionals, as assistant accountant, senior accountant, or deputy director of finance. These are opportunities available to you. And so for those who want to remain in academia, we urge you to take note and to be able to apply them. In conclusion, I would like to mention that as students, you may have your areas of interest when we came to the university. Now, as you go into the world of work, sometimes the areas that may be available to you may not be those favorite areas that you pursued. So you may secure a job as a senior administrative assistant when actually maybe you wanted to become a lecturer. But when you are given an opportunity in an area that is not where you pursued your program, as Stephen Jobs said once a time, he mentioned that to be able to do well in a job that you do is to develop love for it. And so the area you may get may not be the area you pursue your studies. But if you want to excel in this new area, you have to cultivate love for the work. That is what will motivate you and what will sustain you, even when the road becomes rough, so that you will be able to stay on course and eventually excel in that area. It is our hope that you all will put this to practice, and eventually you will all find places that will help you to make money and then to enjoy the education that you pursued at the university. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hayford Asante. That was a good one. Guys, once again, let's give it up to him once again. I'm not happy with the applause and the clapping. You know, clapping is a therapy. Do you all know that? Yes, so I want us to give him a high round of applause. Guys, let's give it up to him. Yeah, I think I kind of like it a bit. Yeah, so let's take it like that. So we are moving to a very critical moment now. And this is where the problem lies. Because from the classroom, where are we moving to? We are all in school now. We have our parents sponsoring us. We have our siblings sponsoring us in school. But then, once you graduate, where are we moving to? Are we just sending applications? Are we just going to talk with our friends who are already in the industry? Or are we going to be entrepreneurs? Yes. So we'd have a very critical discussion here that is titled From the Classroom to the Boardroom. Yes, and it's very critical because the classroom provides knowledge and insights, and it helps us to prepare for what awaits us in the future. But then the boardroom is also where decisions are taken, problems are solved, and innovation takes place. Yes, so I don't think it's worth it when we come to acquire knowledge in the classroom and all we do is to sit in the house without solving any real world problem. That is not a nice way to go about it. So education pays off when you're able to solve problems with the knowledge we've acquired. Yes. And we would have the HR or a team member from each company present to have this journey. And to do that, the earnest, I would kindly and humbly call upon our HR from Mantrack, Sir Stephen Ahimfo. Guys, let's give it up to him as he comes. I want a very loud clap. Clapping is a therapy. I know most of us didn't have exercises this morning, so this is your time to exercise. Clap as much as you want. Guys, let's give it up to him. Yes, and from One Hive, we would invite Miss Mastura Sana Tahiru to join us on stage. Guys, clapping is very important, please. Okay. Yes, and from GNPC, we would call on Mrs. Agatha Amos, the HR from GNPC. Yes, and also from the Ghana Indie Kofi Annan Center of Excellence, to do as the honors, we would call on Mrs. Anita Danso to join us for the discussion. And from Loyalty Insurance, we would call on Mr. George Upon. He is the marketer for Loyalty Insurance. Guys, as they take the stage, let's do well to clap for them. And from Morpheo, we have our very own, let me say, sister, who happened to graduate last 2 years, and she's called Miss Stephanie Nanegbe from Morpheo. I mean, it's a plus we have a student in us. Yes, so she is fresh in the industry, and she can share her experience for being fresh in the industry. What are the challenges she's facing, or what did she go through to get the company she's working with now? Guys, let's give it up to her. Okay, so to moderate this session, we would call on our very own HR, who just finished his speech. Yes, we would call on Mr. Hayford Asante to moderate this session for us. See here. Guys, why did you stop clapping? Let's clap as much as we want. Don't forget that clapping is a therapy. Okay? Even if you are hungry and you clap, you become full. I can testify. Okay? Okay. So I would humbly want to welcome team representatives from each company for joining us on stage here. This is going to be a very short session. Yes, and advising us on how we are going to transition from the classroom to the boardroom, the things we would have to take note of. Okay, thank you very much and all the best in Saturday.
Okay, so welcome, gentlemen and ladies. We want to have some few discussions for the benefit of our audience, that is the students. Sorry, I didn't take note of the names and the organizations, so I can't identify the. Maybe from your tax, I will be able to mention something. So let's consider some few questions. Maybe let me start with, please the name again.
Okay, I'm Stephen Ahemfo.
Okay, thank you. From your institution, one apply for an appointment, and what are the available job opportunities?
I thank you very much. So basically, you can apply obviously when the advert is out there. But then we also have unsolicited applicants who normally throw in CVs, even when there's no job advert out there. So in my company, what we do is we gather all those CVs, those that come through the portal, through LinkedIn, those that come through the mail, we gather them. That's when there's no current advert out there looking for such skills. We keep them, and then when there is, we go in there and then fish out those people. Currently, yes, the opportunities are where I am at the moment, but we are coming from an engineering field. So we are looking out for those from the mechanical industry, the electrical industry, the agric students, and then the aerospace. I think you don't have aerospace, but then tech does, and then agric engineering students. So basically, those are the industry people that we are looking at for students-wise. Yeah.
We appreciate that. Let's please move on to Madam. Please, the name again.
Okay, my name is Mastura Sana Tahiu from One Hive, Ghana.
One Hive. Okay. So please tell us what job opportunities are available there and when can one apply?
Okay. So we are discussing transitioning from classroom to the boardroom, right? And then at One Hive Ghana, in as much as we consider your certificate, but then we look at some other soft skills you should have. So if I'm taking the topic from transitioning from the classroom to the boardroom, I would advise that please let's be conscious of other skills apart from our normal assignments, the project work, the classroom work. We should have some other skills like communication skills, teamwork, problem solving. So when you come to One Hive, we encourage you to start with volunteering. So from volunteering, internship, NSS, you gain the experience. These are the experience that are needed when you are going to the industry. It's not about the project work you did or the high academic performance you have. Yes, your academic performance can be very high, but then in the field of work, what are you showing? What are you applying? So when you come to our office, we concentrate more on what you are showing us, because we deal with entrepreneurs, we deal with young people. But then we realize that most of them come with their grades, but then with their field work, they struggle with it. So to work with One Hive, we always advise to start as a volunteer. So from volunteering, we nurture you to be able to apply some soft skills. We let you understand that communication is very important, because you're going to deal with a lot of entrepreneurs where you'll be communicating. You have to know how to be a very good team worker, how to solve problems, how to engage people. We encourage internship with other people, and then we encourage you to be able to work outside your degree or outside what you're holding. So coming to One Hive, even though we accept CVs, you look through it and then we appoint you, but then mostly it is how well you are able to apply on the field, because we work more with people and we want to see that kind of communication skills. So when students come to our office for volunteering, we advise them that when there are opportunities for you to lead in your class, when there's time for presentations, when they're looking for someone to be a leader, do it, because you start from there. It is from the classroom, the presentations you are making, being a course rep, department executive, that is where you build those skills. So from those skills, you are able to apply them very well in the field of work and not just concentrate fully on your academic performance. Thank you.
We appreciate that. Okay, so yeah, please, you may remind us of your name once more.
My name is Agatha Amos.
And the organization?
Ghana National Petroleum Corporation.
Okay, thank you very much. So please, we want to add the same question. The kind of jobs available in your organization and when one can apply.
All right, thank you. As the name stands, Ghana National Petroleum Corporation is the only national oil and gas company in Ghana. And you know, when we talk about oil and gas, it's a unique industry we find ourselves. Relatively young if you compare to other countries who discovered oil years ago. Ghana's oil discovery is quite recent, although we are growing in the industry. So we have a lot of international oil companies also operating in that environment. And so for job opportunities, there are a lot, because we have a lot of expatriates coming in, and we have the opportunity to tap from the knowledge that they bring. So no wonder the government passed the local content law bill, looking at the opportunities where there is transfer of knowledge, or we build capacities from within to be able to take up the jobs, so that over a period we get the experts to go back and we take over the exploration activities in Ghana. And so I would say yes, there are lots of opportunities in the space for you to apply for jobs. But there's a caveat. You have to, because it's a unique industry, you have to set yourself apart to be able to compete for a role in the organization. We have the petrotechnical side and then the petro-business area. So from the lecture halls, you develop the foundation. And of course, you can't solely depend on what is giving you in the lecture room. You will have to complement that with a lot of studies, a lot of internship opportunities to complement what you are getting from the lecture rooms. And so we run internship programs. In the past, we were doing it within the period that universities are on vacation, but we realized that the academic calendar has changed. So we run it across the whole year, month on month. Once the students are on vacation, we give them opportunity to come in to do internship. And then national service opportunities as well. we are very intentional as to how we groom the interns and the national service. So we put together some career developmental programs for them. We have Explorer program, coaching and mentoring sessions for them when they come in. So there are lots of opportunities, but you need to prepare yourself. You need to set yourself apart to be able to take up the roles in the oil and gas industry. Thank
We
you.
appreciate that very much. Okay. Okay. So, Madam, please, you tell us of your name and then the organization you are coming from.
Thank you. My name is Anita Danso, and I work with Ghana and Indian Kofi Annan Center of Excellence in ICT.
Okay. Please tell us, what are the job opportunities over there and how can one apply?
Thank you. Ghana and Indian Center of Kofi Annan, Ghana and Indian Kofi Annan Center of Excellence in ICT is the only government agency tasked to make sure that everybody is IT trained. It's a government agency, and we do hands-on training for people whoever comes to our center to learn. So when you come there, we train you on the job. It's not like, excuse my language, not theoretical. It's very practical. And the job opportunities we have there, we have engineers, research assistants, marketing, because we are supposed to get more people to tell others about what we do there. And because we are also talking about transition from the classroom to the boardroom, I want to say something to everybody here. We are on campus, you soon be out there looking for jobs. But I want to advise against something that most students do. They have something I have termed a template CV. They have one CV, and whenever there is a job opportunity, they just apply with that CV, and that is it. But I would advise that as students who are transitioning to the boardroom, if there is any job offer that you want to apply, look at the job description being asked for, and then tailor your CV to suit that. That alone gives you a chance to be called for an interview. Because sometimes somebody will be an engineer, and then there is a job, probably electrical engineer. The person is a mechanical engineer. The person might have worked or had an internship with an electrical engineering company. But because the person has a mechanical engineering background and he's worked with an electrical engineering, he can use that. And that would even help them to pick the person. So I will advise everybody here that we should desist from using the template CV that we have and update our CV for every job offer that we apply. Thank you.
We appreciate that very much. Please let's show appreciation. Yes, so don't use a one-fit-all CV. No. Know what you are applying for and then tailor your CV to fit it. We thank you. Please, Madam, please your name and then your organization.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Stephanie Nanegbe, and I'm from More Fuel Limited. We are an oil marketing company, so we deal in the marketing and distribution of fuel. Yes, and then most people might have not heard of us yet because we are a growing company, and we started in May 2025. So we are now getting to a year. But then the interesting part is that currently we have 28 operational fuel stations across the country. And so we are the fastest growing OMC in Ghana. And then with the job opportunities, we have internship opportunities, national services, we have graduate training, and then also entry-level opportunities. Yeah, so I went in with the entry-level opportunity. Immediately after my national service, I got the opportunity to work with More Fuel Limited. Yes, and then also one thing that I want to say is that when we talk about the oil marketing company, most people would think it's just the filling stations that we see along the roadside. But then that's just a section of it. There is more to that. We have the engineering department, we have finance and accounting, we have the retail, we have supply and distribution, we have the HR and admin. And so it's open to all phases of courses. It's not limited to, let's say, only those that are doing a particular course. I did petroleum engineering, and then I'm currently working with them. And so at More Fuel, we are looking out for students that are open learning new things. If you are open to learn new things, we would gladly accept you and then train you so that you come and work with us. And then because we are also a new company, we are looking out for a lot of people to train and work with. And so this year, for our national service, the opportunities are going to be so many. And then personally too, I'm an alumni of the school, and I would make sure that whenever the link comes out, all Uenr platforms would have it so that our students can apply, and then they would come for interviews and they can come and learn and work with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that assurance and the fact that you yourself, you have benefited from that, and so you can guide the new ones who want to come. Maybe before we move on to Madam, let me follow up with this question. What do you expect to see on one's application? Somebody is applying to work there. What are the key things you expect to see in that application?
Okay, for the application, I would say that we look out for the skills that you have. First of all, you would let us know the program that you offered. And then in every program, I believe that there are some peculiar courses that you study that makes you different from, let's say, other people. So we want to see how those courses have helped you and how you are going to use them to make a change in the world. You make mention of such values and skills that you have. And I think that that would help you stand out. Because if everybody is just coming with a simple application, I would love to work with you. But then you are telling us that based on this course and that course, you've acquired the skills to be able to solve this problem. I think you will stand out and you have a high chance of gaining the employment than the others. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that fine explanation. We'll go to Kofi Annan Center of Excellence. Yeah, Madam, when someone prepares a CV, what are some key features that you think the person must always bring? Let's say, what are some of the features of a good curriculum vitae?
Thank you. I think one should state the skills that one is, because the market is looking for the skills you have. So the skills that you put on the CV is what will be looked at. You should be a team player. Your communication should be very good, and you should state all that on the CV. And once you have your skills listed right, and you perform at the interview, you should get a job. Yeah.
Thank you for that point as well. So GMPC, when someone has applied for an interview and then he is now attending the interview, what are your key expectations at the interview of this applicant?
Okay, thank you. Key expectations. But let me go back a bit from the earlier responses.
Okay.
I actually have a whole presentation on how to prepare CVs. I think students like you take things for granted. You think, let me put anything on paper and drop it, and that's it. I remember when I came out of school and was looking for an employment opportunity, Bank of Ghana was top on my list. I'll drop a CV with them. I'll get a regret response. I'll drop again. If you should go to their archives, years ago, you'll find lots of my CVs with them. I wouldn't give up. What am I trying to say? So we try when we go on career fair, we try to educate students on how to put the CV together in the first place. Mind you, you will not be there to speak to what you have put on your CV. So it's the CV that sells you first. And don't forget that employers will shortlist. They screen the CVs. So like the earlier speakers have said, you need to put the relevant information on there. My sister rightly said that not one CV fits all. Depending on the industry, depending on the job role, the kind of vacancy you are looking at. If it is in response to an advertisement, you have a way of putting it together. If you are just dropping it, which we call unsolicited applications, you will have to have a way of drafting it. You don't do an application letter. Mind you, every CV must accompany, you should have an application letter accompanying your CV. And don't do it open, that I'm looking for any position in the place and I'm applying for any position relevant to my skills. Hello. There are a number of positions that exist in our organizations. And there is no harm in dropping 2, 3, 4 CVs. Because looking at what you have, what you can be able to do, put in the CVs. You have an accounting background. Apply for an accounting position. If there is an investment department, you can apply to the investment department and be specific with a position. And before you drop the application in that particular organization, I think I'll have to be brief. You will have to do a bit of research about that particular organization. Look at the roles that they have and apply to specific roles. Now on the CV, be specific, put relevant information that is there, and you don't have to misrepresent yourself on the CV. That is a no-no. Integrity is one of the key things. So don't misrepresent and don't over-exaggerate, if I can say that. Put the relevant things on there. We have the entry level for every position. So once you meet the entry requirement, you will be shortlisted. You may not have satisfied the employer, but look for how to couch your application letter and your CV to be able to get the shortlisting. When you attend the interview, you have an opportunity to really prove what you have done, to really speak to what you have put on the CV. If you misrepresent, you will fumble in the interview room. And that's a no-no. So you always have to strategically position yourself through the CV, through your application letter. And then when you have the opportunity to interview, then there is a step for you to prove what you have to offer before the employer takes a decision. So it's actually a whole process. And you must position, every potential applicant must position himself or herself to be able to get that opportunity to interview. And then you can do justice to yourself.
Thank you very much for that fine advice. Now, Madam Uenr, so during an interview, what are some key things you expect of the interviewee? In terms of performance, some key things the person must be able to, display at the interview.
All right, so before you go for an interview, you have to be prepared. All right, we find some young people who send applications to different places without any proper research, without knowing what exactly they do or what exactly the company is expecting. Hers is that I've sent 5 application letters and then she's waiting for which company calls. So if a company calls, then they just go without any preparation. It's better to have a thorough research. Search about what the company do, how they do their things, what they expect, what they want to see before you prepare and go for an interview. So we had one lady who came for an interview, and then during the interview we asked her, what does One Hive do? And she's like, she doesn't know what One Hive do, but she has applied. So her excuse was that she applied to different places and then she was waiting for who calls. And I was like, okay, that's fine. But then when One Hive called, because we were called days before the interview, did you try to research and know what we do, how we do our things? She said no. And I was like, okay, so if we employ, what will you be doing for us? Because you don't even have a prior knowledge to what we do. Because before you fit in, you should know, oh, this is what they do. This is how they do their things, and this is what they expect. Does it fall into my abilities or my qualities or what I want in life? Before you apply, you don't have any knowledge about that. You apply, the concentration is that you want a job. Yes, it's good. Everybody needs a job. But does that job serves you as an individual as well? So don't just look for a job because you need to have a job. Look for a job because you want to build a career path. It's okay to apply for companies, but apply to what will serve you. So when you come to us, we expect to see confidence during the interviewing because you are going to work with a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs. We wouldn't like you to have to meet someone and then your confidence is already down. That person who is expecting to learn from you might even lose hope. But then if the confidence is there, the person knows that, oh, I'm at the right place, I have someone to help me. Secondly, we want you to be abreast with what is happening at the hub. It's an innovation space for women. We are supporting women to build their businesses. We are supporting women to build confidence. So your confidence should be there. You should know what we want you to do because you're going to serve. People are not going to serve you. Have it in your mind that I'm going to serve. As One Hive, you serve people. No matter who you are or whatever your qualification is, you are here to serve. So we expect to see that confidence there. We expect to have you understand what is happening, have problem-solving skills, know when and how to address people, and have a very strong teamwork because it's a whole teamwork. And be open to learning because we learn a lot. You can come with your degree in hospitality. By the end of the day, you are doing something in IT, you are doing something in fashion, you are doing something in entrepreneurship. You are everywhere. You are not imposed to do them, but then you just find yourself doing them, and that's what happens. So if you don't have prior knowledge that One Hive, you do almost everything, and you get there, you might suffer. Adapting might be an issue. So we expect you to do your research very well, understand all of these things, and then when you come to the interview, it won't even be a struggle. You realize everything will just go on smoothly for you. So please, let's do our research very well with companies, know what they want, and go prepared. Don't go and then the company now is telling you what they do. It's highly possible if I have to tell you what I do, you might not get as compared to someone who come already prepared. Oh, One Hive, you do this and this and that. I saw your message. Then in your CV, you are putting something related that you have done some time ago. They'll be like, okay, this person has shown us actually results of what they have done before. Then it's easy to pick you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please let's show appreciation for that. So, Mr. Mantrak, right. Please, can you outline some of the things that when an interviewee does, he will surely fail? He will surely fail the interview.
I think that's a good one. But before I answer your question, I just want to touch on one or two things my panelists mentioned. With regards to your CV, see, we receive numerous numbers of CVs coming through almost every single day. And then one key thing that we normally look out for, me personally, if your CV is in a Word format, I'll not even open it. Ask me why. Because Word format, the moment I open it, it distorts. It's giving me more work to do. Bear in mind, I have a lot of CVs to go through. So my advice to most students coming out is, please, as much as possible, convert your CV from Word to PDF. It's very, very important. Please, convert it from Word to PDF, and then it makes it easy for whoever is working on it to open it, not have some of the fonts being bigger than the other, and then all those things. It doesn't really speak well for you, because then you are giving me more work to start before I even start looking at other things. Have to arrange your CV, look at please, so as much as possible, convert it into PDF and then send it through. You understand? Now, to the question. See, when you walk to an interview, like my other lady mentioned, you have to be confident, to be honest with you. You should have done your research. You should have known what the company does into details. And then dress to suit the interview that you are coming for. At Mantrack, for instance, we wear jeans, we wear normal shirts, but then in other companies, you need to put on tie. If the industry demands that you put on tie, please dress to suit it. You understand? You shouldn't come dressed sharply. The moment you walk in, we might probably turn you back. So those are some of the things that we look out for. And then if your CV, for some reason, your CV, you've updated it, come with a copy of it. It's very, very important. Because what you might probably send to us might probably be one that you sent way back. And then the other things that probably have happened. Because the moment we start looking through your CVs to ask you questions, and then bear in mind, we wouldn't ask you questions that is outside your CV. Like my other lady mentioned, you need to own your CV. It has to be current. You don't have to exaggerate on it. It has to be things that you are doing, and then you are telling us that we should ask you questions on it. So if I should ask you, at what point did you work with this particular company, and then you are fumbling, that tells me somebody prepared your CV for you, or you are lying to me. You don't know what you are talking about. So then I can tell you that this particular person will not move to the next stage. You understand? And then also, before you even walk in, you see that the other people sitting outside are also coming to interview for the same thing. So then you have to keep it at the back of your mind that you have to be outstanding, which is very, very key. I mean, one major question that I normally ask is, why should I pick you and then not the other person coming in? You understand? So then you need to sell yourself to me. Because at that instant, I don't know you. You have to tell me what you can do and then why I should give you the mandate to join our company. So those are some of the things that we look out for. And then if you're not able to provide those things, we might probably move on to the next person. Thank you.
Please, let's show appreciation for that. So instead of things that will make us surely fail, he has taught us what will really make us pass the interview. And so we want to keep them in mind. Now at this point, we want to go for our final question. Each of you will tell us, what is your final words of advice for anyone applying to your institution? Your final words of advice for anyone applying to your institution. We'll start with you.
So, some of us didn't get the opportunity that you guys have right now, to be honest with you. For us to move from our various companies to come sit here with you and then have the discussion with you, like today's discussion says, you are moving from the classroom into the boardroom. So you are moving from one transaction is ending and then you are moving into another space. Here you've acquired the knowledge. Where you are coming is practical. You are going to apply whatever you studied in school, in the industry. At that place, it's all about collaboration, it's all about teamwork, it's all about skill. You understand? So, yes, the industry is there. We are ready to welcome you. But then, like we all keep saying, come prepared, have your A game on, and then we are in Ghana. The industry, there's a lot of jobs opening. That keeps coming out day in, day out. People saying that there are no jobs there. But then day in, day out, companies are employing. All that you have to do is to put yourself in the position that you'll be employed by any of these companies that are sitting here or majority of the companies that are out there. You understand? They say success comes when preparation meets an opportunity. We are giving you the opportunity, so come prepared. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Okay, so let's listen to Madam from One Hive.
All right, so my last advice is that don't wait to graduate before you start preparing. Preparation starts now. Don't wait to get to level 300 and receive an internship letter before you go and do your internship. From level 100, you can start volunteering. You can start some small internship somewhere. You can start building that, because it is from those volunteering or those internships that is where you build your skills. So by the time you get to level 400, you realize that there are some things you might not even consider it something big. But then by the end of time where you're doing your actual work, you realize, oh, I learned this thing somewhere and I'm actually applying it. But then if you wait till it's time for internship level 300 or it's time for your NSS, you are now starting from scratch. You are now learning these small skills that the industry need. But imagine if you are started from level 100, some small volunteering, some internship somewhere, whether you are paid or not. Sometimes it's not always about the money. And when you are applying for a job, don't just concentrate 100% on your salary. Concentrate on what can I learn. Because the moment you learn something somewhere, you are able to apply it some other place and then you move forward. Because if you are earning, let me say, 1,000 Ghana cedis at one company, and then you've gained some skill, you think you are more than that place, you can apply to it. But there, you are not pushing yourself to learn anything. You are not open to other learners. Then you remain at a stuck place where no improvement or no gaining. So I advise that start now. Don't wait till it's time for internship or it's time for NSS before you start building yourself. You can build yourself from now, from the classroom, from other small places. And then by the time you realize you've gained that experience that even your colleagues will go and they don't have that kind of experience. So please, let's be intentional about building our experiences for the industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Start your internships now. Don't wait. Okay, now let's go to GMPC and listen to Madam's final words of advice.
Yes, thank you. I will touch on the internet. I always maintain that your season, your year, you people are the fortunate ones because technology is on your side. But I see a lot of you students, you don't know what to do with the access to social media. You don't know what to use it for. All these organizations have their presence in social media. Anybody here who is not on social media, one or two, Facebook, X, you call it X, is that not it? You have the presence there. All these organizations have their presence on social media. Do you? Okay, Montreal. Yes, they have their presence on social media. You go there and do the wrong things. And I find it interesting. Make good use of your time on social media. Use it very well. There's a lot of information on the internet. But please, if you want the junk ones, you will get the junk ones. But if you want the right information, you will surely get it. The organizations, the industries you are interested in, search them, follow them. If it's Facebook, follow them, follow the activities. You know, information is power. Don't go to, or you are invited for an interview, you go there with the aim of, I'm going to over-impress. Joe impress, it won't serve you. But as you are studying, gather information about all the organizations you are interested in. Follow them on social media. You will gain much information. When you're attending an interview, you just need to relax. It's a conversation, it's engagement. You engage with them in a very exciting way, and you will see you will come up tops. My colleague said you have to be outstanding. And if you don't have the relevant information, the relevant tool, you can't be outstanding. So use the internet. Use your social media handles positively. and you will witness and tell me how it has benefited you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam, for that. Yes, use your social media to enhance your employability. That is the key point. Please let's move on to Kofi Annan Center of Excellence, Madam.
My final word of advice to all of you here is that when we come out of school fresh, we shouldn't let money be the main focus when seeking for employment. Some of us here, unless we get jobs in the big companies, we won't even apply to the smaller ones. Bear in mind, the competition with the big companies is huge. Everybody wants to go there. So you can start with the smaller companies, get the knowledge and the experience that you need. And once you get that knowledge and experience, it will be easier to get work in the big, so-called big companies that we all want to apply and work there. So that's my final word of advice to you. Start wherever you can. In my company, for instance, you get the knowledge. You'll be well trained. And then when you are trained and you have the knowledge, no matter where you find yourself, you should be okay. So let us not use the money as the main focus when seeking for employment. Let's get the knowledge first, get the experience. And then once we get the experience and the exposure, getting the good jobs wouldn't be a problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that wonderful advice as well. Now, the last one.
Okay, so my final words of advice is that we shouldn't stop learning because the world is evolving and we have to evolve with it. So we should not stop learning. And then also we should make use of every opportunity that we get. We have to make good use of it. This career fair is an opportunity we have. Make good use of it by networking, take contacts, build some kind of relationships here, and it will go a long way to help you in the future. And then also finally, I want to talk about the fact that as students, we should not feel too big to start small. Sometimes when you come out as a fresh graduate, because of the course that you studied, you feel like you studied engineering, so you should get one big company to start working with to make millions. But life doesn't always happen that way. So we should not feel too big to start small. Sometimes some places are a stepping stone for you to start. You build yourself, you get the experience, and it will open greater doors for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we need to keep learning and start small. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for your time and for all the insights that you have shared with us. We trust that our audience have gleaned a lot from this and they will put it to good use. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much to our panelists. Please let's give them another round of applause. They've done so well. Honestly, I like to say information is indeed power because I feel powerful after this discussion. I hope you also feel powerful. Do you also feel powerful? Yes or no? I'm glad you do. Okay, so we are going to take 15 minutes break to set up the stage for our next the next item on our list. Pardon me. So we are going to take presentations by each of the companies that are present today on what exactly they do, the job opportunities that they present to us. And so please do not go anywhere. Please stay seated. If you need to visit the washroom can be found on the left and on the right of the auditorium, outside the auditorium, of course. So thank you very much for your time. And let's wait for the next item on our list. Thank you.
Principus your Geist shall be.